Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a brand new video. This one is all about how the compensation keys work in the side quest. Now I did already release a video that I kind of talked about it briefly, but I wanted to make more of a kind of condensed video to just focus on that particular topic, especially as this particular content has not gone down so well with the community and there's a little bit of communication breakdown, there's a little bit of confusion, and I just wanted to do this video to kind of go over that particular topic. If you want a guide on how to do the side quest as this particular week, I have done a video which the link to the spreadsheet is in that particular video. Go and check it out. As I said, I wanted to focus on the key situation. So when you go into game, you'll see that you have 4 knights, which is there at the top there. I'm bringing it down, so it's just like right in there. In this particular quest, you have 2 keys. Now, normally last week we only had 1 key, so we've had some 4 additional keys. I did a video earlier this week where I tried to explain the point, but I actually got it wrong. I got it wrong in that particular point, which obviously people did point out. But rather than kind of doing a bit of I don't know, catch up, explain again thing, I thought it's probably best to just explain it and go over it once it's actually released. Because the way I was referring to in the video was it's a case of you can only access. The way I was coming across was you could only access 1 vault. That's not the case. You can actually do lower progressions of threat levels plus go into lower vaults. I'll cover that point in a minute and explain it because obviously I didn't do a very good job earlier this week. However, Command said that they would attach 4 additional maze entry keys to the second week's objective, and they did say this: you are not meant to explore each maze, and please focus on exploring 1 threat level for whatever it is, that. But I would stress, if you don't have this particular type of compensation, or say that you are you're already 4 down, because there are people that are 4 down on those keys, this should top them back up. But of course, for those like myself, you will and you have additional keys, this is going to be something of an importance to go and grab some extra rewards and follow the process to get said extra rewards. And that's of course why we're doing this particular video. Look, when you're in game, this is what you'll see. This is what you'll see on the various weeks. You can then at this point go into your difficulty, say you're threat level 5, go into threat level 5. You'll then have 4 additional keys after you've explored the maze of your choosing. Then you've probably done your vault, which of course, last week was Rook's Vault. This week is Knight's Vault. But what you can do is you have 4 additional keys. Now you could wait for a new week to come in, or you could do the following. Now this is totally up to you. I personally would say that because so far week 1 is easier than week 2, go and do a lower threat level. So again, how this works is you go, right, I'll click on the threat level and and like this, I've done threat level 5 100%. But if I do threat level 4 on the easier week, doesn't have to be this week, doesn't have to be last week, doesn't have to be in 3 weeks time or 4 weeks time, you choose whatever's easiest to go in. Do bear in mind you will have to only kit up the right champions for this. So I think it was week 1. You could not use was it tech champions and another type of one that you couldn't use. I think this week's different. But as soon as you've done that, and I'm not going to do it to begin the quest, but I'm going to illustrate the point because I haven't decided yet. I need to unlock some stuff as well. You can then, yes, go into the lower difficulties and go into threat level 4, for example, and do all 4 of these particular paths, picking up that additional vault key, which is, chest key, threat level 4, because that's the key. You can't go into more threat level 5s. You can only go into lower progression with stuff. But at that particular point, you've picked up the key, and then you can make a decision of where you're going. Do you want to go into last week's threat level 4 for Rook's Vault? So you just have a look at it and go, oh, does anything tickle my fancy here? 1,500 6-star shards in Rook's Vault last week, 5 of the tier 2 dust, a class alloy fragment crystal. This week, different story. You may want to repeat loads of kindreds. Personally, not interested with that. So you may want to wait 2 more weeks with it. Looking at some of the rewards for this week, what do you get? Well, again, more 6-star shards, a little bit more. If you're a Paragon player, maybe interested, probably not. And also a further 10 of the dust. So, would it be wise to wait? Maybe. Like, this is the thing, isn't it? It's important to look at what's coming on in the future. What week would be best to target for this particular content? So, we'll just have a quick look on the forums to figure out if there is a best week to target for threat level 4 or the lower threat that you may look to target. So, when it comes to threat level 4, what have we got on for this? Well, threat level 4 gives us the following. So you might want to wait for week number 3. Week number 3 has 3,000 6-star shards. It also has 15 tier 2 primordial dust. There's 3,500 6-star hero crystal shards on week 4. So do you want to go for week 1, which might be a little bit easier, and also the rewards may be there, or would you wait for weeks 3 and 4? Of course, if you kind of gone, well, I've done threat level 4, 100%, I need to do threat level 3, then of course have a look, because there's also some really sneaky stuff. Like if you're only getting 6-star shards and wanted, again, less of effort, like you get for week 4, 3,500 6-star shards. Like, would you instead wait for week 3 of threat level 3? So this is the thing about checking the forums out, making sure that when you go into it that you're going, is this going to be easy, straightforward? Is it going to be challenging? Is it going to be worth it? And those are some key questions. The Mysterium remains the same throughout. Do bear in mind as well, having this extra Mysterium, which, by the way, you will have a little chunk of extra of Mysterium, which I did calculate, as I said, I did calculate wrong. First of all, you get 2,500 times 4, which is 10,000 from doing the, for doing the vaults, right? You then plus that with the following. Now you get 4,250 times 4, 17,000 plus the 10,000 right there is 27,000. So you will have an additional 27,000 Mysterium. So at this particular point, you've got to make a decision as to, I'm going to get an extra 27k. Have I spent all mine? Have I now got like a load? Because, I'm back up to 29,000. If I got an extra 27k right now, it is likely going to put me over the 50,000 threshold, which it has. So you've got to be very careful about that, how much Mysterium you've got. So there we go. That's been really it. And that's the point of the video, is to basically educate you all on the matter of, you've got compensation, great. You've got some additional keys, great. How you spend it, of course, will be important to you as a player. Where you spend it, of course, is going to be the crucial thing. Will you wait for weeks 3 and 4 to say, these might be the rewards I'll look to target? Will you go for threat level 4 if you've done threat level 5? Will you do threat level 3 instead? The particular rewards breakdown is interesting, but again, it's down to an individual choice. There could be, if you wanted less hassle, you may be interested in going for week 4 of threat level 3. The only reason I say that is that if you're getting primordial dust, let's face it, unless you're going to form, there's very low point to actually going for it. That seems a bit weird for you to say that, Rich. Well, it's 20. Like, I can have a look at my inventory right now after I've collected everything and go, will I have any more dust? And I think I'm going to be, I'm not going to find my dust, but the point is, if you're going to be 180 and need that extra 20, then go for it for that week 4. But if you're like, well, 3,500 6-star shards, I don't really need to worry too much about that. I'll just auto fight through it. Well, top players or kind of like high up players can make that decision and go, I'll just auto fight through that. But again, it's down to you on that particular subject. This has been the compensation keys explained, and hope you enjoyed the video. check out some content, which will be on screen now. And I'll see you all in the next video. Probably going to do some Act 8.4 stuff tomorrow and talk about the deal. I just wanted to make all these side quest based videos now for you lovely people. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.